morning everybody, and thank you for joining me again. Well, when I set off it looked nice and sunny, but there's some very ominous big black clouds coming over now, so we'll see what happens. Anyway, before we start, just a couple of shout outs. I want to give a shout out to a metal detecting channel called Treasure Bandit. Nice man, and he finds some really nice stuff as well, so try and remember to give him a watch. I also want to give a shout out to Greg from Finding America. He's usually out with his friend called Chris, and between them they find some nice things. Coins, jewellery, artefacts, that kind of stuff. The videos are well presented and he's a nice man. So try and remember to give Finding America a watch as well. And last but not least, Jim from MD Melbourne. Another really nice bloke. Makes good videos, honest, down-to-earth bloke. And I do like him. So if you're watching, Jim, take care mate, and you crack on. Right. Let's just hope it don't bloody rain. It's taking me ages to walk down here. Anyway, we're on a part of my permission that I very rarely go on because, to be honest with you, I don't find much. But I thought I'd give it another go because I don't give up that easy. Right, I'll catch you all on the first signal. See you in a bit. We've got a signal down here. It came up at about... It was a bit scratchy actually. Came up at about 72ish. I'm hoping we've got a coin down here. You can just see it there. I don't know what that is on the other side. It looks red. Well, what's all that about then? I don't know. It's got some kind of red paper on the other side. I'll just put that on there. Anyway, yeah, it is a coin. I don't know what, but it's a coin. So we'll pop it in the little boxy thing and we'll crack on a bit further. So you know I'm like, oopsie daisy, there he goes. Now we'll pop it in the box and crack on. Well, hello boys and girls. Now I've got a signal, but horses stood on it and he's eating his grass. So I've got to wait while he shifts before I can dig it up. But I'm not moving because it's a cracking signal. So I'll catch you when horse is gone. Right boys and girls, well the horse eventually moved. I've dug the target out. It's about 7 inches deep. And it's just there. I don't know what it is because I haven't had a look yet. So let's have a look. I don't know. It looks like a little cup. I'm not entirely sure what kind of cup, but it's like a little cup. It's got some holes in it and a bit of decoration round it, and that's about as much as I can tell you at the moment, my friends. So I'll pop it in the bag, clean it up later, get the muck out of it, and we'll see if we can find out what it is. We'll have to do a bit of research like you do. Okay, I'll check the hole, fill it in, and I'll bugger off before horses come back. See you in a bit. Right, welcome back boys and girls. I've dropped down into this big wood which is just on the edge of the field where I've just been. The reason being, the horses were just getting on my nerves, and it started to get very windy as well. Anyway, I'm just on this very steep bank that drops right down into the stream there. Got a signal down here. Came up, it was another one a bit scratchy. Came up at about 60 odd, and it's just there. And it looks like we might have got another little coin, if you can just see it, just down there. Oops, hold on, has it gone? I'm not sure what it is. Let's have a look. I think, listen at me, I think it might be a sixpence, although I'm not entirely sure. But we'll clean it up a bit later on and have a look. So that's a nice little first find in the woods anyway. Right, I'll see you in a while everybody, bye bye. Well, hello again everybody. I'm just on the edge of the woods now. I've got a signal down here, only about 4 inches deep, and it's this item just here. And it's extremely thin, almost like foil. But I've just given it a bit of a rub and it looks as though it might be silver. You can just see it shining there. So I think it might be off, maybe off a walking cane, or maybe come off a riding crop, something like that. But it looks as though it's silver. I'll give it a clean up a bit later on and see what we can make of it. I actually think I might be able to see some markings on it, but I could be wrong. So we'll see later on anyway. Bye for now. Right, boys and girls, we're still on the edge of the wood. You probably can't see it, but that field over there is the same as most of them at the moment. The grass is about that long. So I'm dodging about in the woods, and there's a bit of pasture over there where the horses are. Anyway, we've got a signal down here. When I managed to dig through the tree roots, it's just there. Excuse me, and it looks like a big buckle. Let's get it out. And indeed, that's what it is. It's a very big buckle. Probably Victorian, off a horse, something like that. But it's a nice buckle, very big. So we like that anyway. Okay, another nice little find. So we'll fill the hole in and crack on in that direction, my friends. I'll see you all in a while. Bye bye. Well, boys and girls, this is pretty damned amazing as far as I'm concerned. Because believe it or not, in all my years of metal detecting, I have never ever found a thimble. Well, I've found one. There's the imprint, just there. I mean, I don't think it's silver. I think it's made out of copper. But it's just down there. It's about 5 inches deep. And there we have it. I mean, other metal detectors, they find loads of the damn things. This is the only one I've ever found. There's the imprint, the other part of the imprint anyway. And there's the thimble. Now, I'm not going to say it's a bucket lister, but it is pretty much, yeah. I'm as happy as Larry with that, I'll tell you now. I mean, if I don't find much else for the rest of the day, I don't care, because that's just fantastic as far as I'm concerned. Anyway, I'll shut up now. Right, I'll check the hole, fill it in, and we'll plod on a bit further. Right, see you in a bit. Look at that thimble. Right, boys and girls, this is going to be my last hole, because I've got to get off actually. This one came up at about 78 on... No, I'm telling a lie, came up at 68 on the scale. It was about 7 inches deep. Oh, and while we're on the subject, that's why you wear gloves. Look at that, sharp as a razor, right in the bottom of the hole. So, wear gloves. Anyway, the target itself is just there. It looks like a coin, and I'm going to hazard a guess and say it looks like an old threepenny bit, because it's an horrible orangey colour, because that's the colour that they usually come up, and it's a threepenny bit. But I'm not complaining. It's another coin, probably George VI, somebody like that, could even be Queen Elizabeth. But anyway, that's the threepenny bit just there. So I'll see you at home when we do the roundup, my good friends. Catch you all later. Bye bye. Right, hello everybody and welcome back. Now, apart from the wind and the nasty bitey horses, it wasn't a bad day. So let's have a look at what we've found. Right, rubbish first. A couple of 2.2 cartridge shells, both rimfire. One's a Super X, that's Remington, the other one's marked E, so that'll be for Ely. It's just a couple of them things there. Just an eyelet off a tarpaulin. Haven't got a clue what that is, so it's got reeded edges to it, a hole in the bottom. I haven't got a clue. And some kind of probably electrical fitting off something. don't know really. Right, so that was those, and then we found this very nice large buckle, probably Victorian, something like that, early 1900s, but it's a nice buckle all the same, nice big substantial one. So that was that. Coin wise, we found Queen Victoria. I can't get a date off it, but judging by the bust, it's a very, very young Queen Victoria. I don't know whether you can see that. I'll put a couple of pictures at the end of the video. As I say, I can't get a date off that. 18 something, whatever. And then we found a threepenny bit, which is 1941, which will be George VI. Little threepenny bit there. They never come up in very good condition, those, just made out of rubbish, I suppose. And then we found another George VI coin, which was this little sixpence. That's the one that we found in the woods. There's hardly anything on the other side at all. I can't even get a date off it. I can see the 19, it might be 19, it could be 1941 again, I'm not entirely sure. And then we found the cup. Oh, bloody hell this is. It's a cup. It did have a lot of green patina on the outside, it still has on the inside. It's made out of some copper bronze alloy. It's got holes around the top with some decoration, and that is as much as I can tell you about it. So if any of you people in there know what that is, please leave me a comment below. I would appreciate it, because as I say, I just don't know what it is. It's a very interesting find, but I haven't got a clue. And then we found that piece of folded up foil on the edge of the woods. The strange thing is, it was folded very, very neatly to form a square. When I first dug it up, I thought it was a piece of rubbish, but it turns out it is actually silver. And in the bottom right hand corner, as you're looking at it, it is hallmarked. I don't know whether you can see that. I have put a picture in at the end of the video, and it took me hours to find out what that was. It's not off a walking cane or a riding crop. It's actually off a pipe, a smoking pipe. It's a Birmingham mint with the anchor on it. The initials are WH, which I think stands for William Harrison, and the date letter is a bit vague actually, but I think it's probably from the late 1800s. But that's what that is. It's a hallmarked silver ferrule off a smoking pipe. Perhaps he broke his pipe and decided to keep the silver. I don't really know, but it's an interesting find all the same. And then we move on to the bucket lister, as you might say, which was that lovely little thimble. I know it doesn't look much, but to me that is a lovely find. As I said, it's the only one I've ever found. A lovely little thimble. I think it's probably from the 1700s. It was flat, but I've managed to straighten it out, as you can see, very, very carefully. So that's what we found today, my friends. Anyway, that just leaves me to say once again, thank you very much for joining me. I do appreciate it. And thank you to all my subscribers and viewers, new and old. And don't forget to watch those 3 channels I mentioned. Jamie from Treasure Bandit, Greg from Finding America, and Jim from MD Melbourne. All very good channels. Don't forget to give them a watch. So at that, I will say goodbye, and I look forward to seeing you all on the next dig. Bye bye.